If not for yourself, then try to remember this. Your face is looked at, reacted to, and rated by your friends, family, co-workers, employer, and however silently, by a good many strangers wherever you go. To be perfectly blunt about it, if I've stimulated your interest enough to induce you into becoming a more attractive person.
What?
For centuries, women have endeavored to enhance their appearance, to enhance their appearance, to enhance their appearance,
no.
to enhance their appearance, to enhance their appearance.
But then let's have.
Oh, they took my freaking kidney.
Hey! We're live.
Hello.
We're live today. We've got Michelle here. You guys know her as our triple emerald princess of robots. Earlier, I forgot the triple, and she almost chewed my head off.
Yeah, don't do
She told
that.
me, she said, I'm a triple. I have two doubles underneath me. Like, show some respect.
MLM math.
So today, it's the end of the year. It's that liminal space between Christmas and New Year's where like nobody really wants to do anything and everybody just wants to have a good time, be in their PJs, drink coffee, play with their Christmas presents. And, and that's what I thought would be really fun to just sort of do that. I decided to sort of bump everything that I had planned to put it into the new year and get us a couple episodes ahead and just have fun doing a live podcast episode. I know you guys really enjoyed that last time. We are currently live recording on Patreon. If this is something that you're interested in joining us live while we do these live podcasts, becoming a member of Patreon would be a really great way to do that.
You should do it.
You should. It's a good time.
It's a good Christmas present for yourself, honestly.
I'm going to just say, welcome back to another episode of Life After MLM. Today, we are going to be going over a part of a holiday magic record that I was gifted. It is one of my absolute most treasured MLM graveyard finds. It was sent to me by a follower, Eden Rose. I've gotten so much joy out of this record. Last year on Patreon, I think it was for New Year's Eve. Michelle has a clip pulled up. We'll watch it in just a second. But Michelle has a clip pulled up, and I think we did it last year on New Year's Eve, and we listened to the record, and it was a hoot. It was a hootenanny, you all. It was ridiculous. It is a record from the 1960s. I couldn't find the copyright on the record, but I believe it is from the 1960s, and it is a holiday magic facial exercise record. And it is ridiculous. So we're going to go over this holiday magic record last year on I want to say it was in October for True Crime. That's what sent me on that weird rabbit hole where we were like looking into the CIA and like that weird spy who was like running this like weird accounting firm in Hawaii that was actually like a CIA operative front. Like this whole thing started with William Penn Patrick because he died mysteriously in a plane crash in the same exact spot, on the same exact mountain, on the same exact compound, just like 10 years later or something. And that's where I was like, wait, I'm sorry, what? And my ADHD sort of took off and we went down this rabbit hole. But it started with William Penn Patrick, and William Penn Patrick is the guy that founded Holiday Magic. And he also founded Mind Dynamics and Leadership Dynamics, which Ash and I talked about in her episode a couple weeks ago when we're talking about folating dildos. So that was also Holiday Magic. It's so weird, you guys, or so fucked up, as Ash would say. So William Penn Patrick, I just pulled up some wiki articles because I have talked about this and we do have an episode. So if you're really interested, go back a year from today-ish and all of these are here. But William Penn Patrick was an entrepreneur and a businessman. He's also featured in The Dream. He was the guy who was sort of walking by that garage where he smelled the fruity cosmetic scent and was like, what are you doing? And he ended up buying this company and starting Holiday Magic out of it. So it says on the Holiday Magic wiki, I'm just going to read it because it's the most succinct, unless you listen to my episode. In 1964, William Penn Patrick, when he was 33 years old, 33. I couldn't even imagine that like me 10 years ago just doing this. But He walks by a garage in San Rafael, California, and he ends up buying a company that was going out of business called Zoline. And he bought it for $16,250 and turned it into Holiday Magic, which I don't understand why it's called Holiday Magic because it's a cosmetic company. And like, I would think Holiday Magic would sell like Christmas ornaments and like Halloween decorations. You know what I mean? Like just a store that sold all holiday decorations.
It makes me think Hallmark.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like a Hallmark kind of like Hallmark should be called Holiday Magic. I feel like that's a better name. So, and then he ended up founding Mind Dynamics and Leadership Dynamics, which were the first like large group awareness trainings. This was like the birthplace of MLM, where everything is sort of festering and bubbling and things are coming out of this primordial MLM ooze and being like, I want to be a company. We're going to get deeper into that in 2024. So I'm really excited that we're talking about this now because it'll all link back and people will be like, oh, remember the facial exercises episode? So weird. So the facial exercises record is narrated by this man named Ern Westmore. And I had not looked him up until this morning. And I was like, you know what? I'm really interested in who this guy even is.
Where does he get off telling me how ugly I am?
Right. Where does he get off telling me I'm on the wrong side of 50? Give me a break. So Ern Westmore is actually of the famous Westmore family and was involved in the creation of House of Westmore with his three brothers, which is like a huge professional Hollywood makeup artist, like I wouldn't say conglomerate, but it's like they're a very well-known name in Hollywood in the makeup industry. So it's just interesting because he had to borrow $40,000 to start this. He borrowed it from John Barrymore, Drew Barrymore's grandfather, and Errol Flynn.
I would like to buy a drink for all the gentlemen in the house.
The original Robin Hood. And he needed assistance in financing the House of Westmore, 40 grand in the 1960s, and he never paid them back.
Oh.
So again, it's like this grifter inside of a grifter inside of a grifter. It's a nesting grifters. So
let me just tell you, that's about $441,000 in today's money.
So
that's
he borrowed
almost
nearly
$500,000.
And he was like, sorry, I can't pay it back. Even though we're the most famous Westmore name for makeup in Hollywood makeup artists, we can't get it back to you. He also struggled with alcoholism. He pulled an Errol Flynn on Errol Flynn.
You can't steal from Robin Hood.
He was like, I'm the real Robin Hood. I'm stealing from you to start a makeup empire. Let's do this.
That really is what MLM guys think they're doing.
We had a dream. We dreamed that everyone should have the opportunity to be in business for themselves.
They really think they are doing that.
Right? So that's the voice that we're about to hear. It's very old Hollywood. It's very interesting. It's very whatever. But before we do that, Michelle, as my producer, pulled up a clip. And I have not seen this clip in a year. So let's watch it together.
I don't know where I started it either.
All right.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's it. Relax.
Who kisses like this?
If you have a problem, this is a good one to do whenever you're thinking. By the way, let me if at any time
to make
you feel
that
a little
face
tired or dizzy doing these exercises, as you start to embrace them, or until you get used to doing them, by all means, stop and sit back. Then, when you feel totally relaxed, start them again. Don't.
Did you hear what he said? If you get tired or dizzy doing these facial exercises,
to pause and relax.
Hey. Wow. So that's just a little sneak.
That's good.
So I've got my record player here. I've got my record. We're going to turn this on. I'm not good at recording. Okay. We learned that the first time when I couldn't figure out how to pause it because I don't ever use, but I've gotten much better over the year. We've gotten a lot of Taylor Swift vinyl, and I've gotten better at working a record player.
I will never stop thanking you for that.
Because let me tell you, as a child, we had a record player. We had a whole like hi-fi system with like a double tape deck, CD players, the whole shebang, a record player. And my mother was like, don't touch a record player.
No wire hangers.
And I was like, why not? It's made out of diamonds. Don't touch it. So I just knew I wasn't allowed to touch it, and I didn't know how to work it. And so now at 40, in my 40s, 42, I'm learning how to use a record player because they're cool again. Everything comes back. All right, so we're going to lift this up, I think. Yep, we got to unlock that. This is, obviously, it's a record, so it's double-sided. This is side one, and we're just going to go on it for a little bit. We'll probably make this a series because it's absolutely ridiculous. And it deserves to be live or at least recorded because the facial exercises are the best part. So Michelle is going to be joining me with the facial exercises. I have the microphone and the record player on this side. Hopefully we can catch as much clear audio as possible. It is a little crickly crackly, but we're doing our best. So here we go.
Hello there, this is Ern Westmore from Hollywood. And as you know, beauty is my business. Yes, it's been my job as a director of makeup in Hollywood during this past 40 years to glamorize the stars of the screen and teach women throughout the world how to improve their appearance by emphasizing their good features and minimizing their so-called bad features. I say so-called bad features because that feature which you may think is the bad one is 9 times out of 10 the one wonderful feature that can make you a most attractive and beautiful person. Now, before I go any further, I want to take this opportunity to make a very definite promise to you, and it's simply this. If you will be patient and honest with yourself with respect to your face shape and the problems relating to it, then apply the simple, basic holiday magic rules as I explain them to you. I'll promise you, regardless as to whether you are young, middle-aged, or on the wrong side of 50, that you can become a far more attractive person than you ever dreamed possible. Now, I know that there are some of you women who will say,
What is middle
why
age?
should I waste my time each day trying to make myself more beautiful? Well, I'll tell you why. If not for yourself, then try to remember this. Your face is looked at, reacted to, and rated by your friends, family, co-workers, employer, and however silently, by a good many strangers wherever you go. To be perfectly blunt about it, your face is on display from early morning until you turn the light out at night.
We're going to pause it right there.
This is
Oh
this
my God. What?
this is the stuff of nightmares.
I don't
This is
remember
why
it
I don't
being
like to
bad.
be perceived.
Well, yeah, this confirms all my anxiety. Like all of my anxiety of people are looking at me, people are judging me. I have wrinkles, my jowls jiggle. Like any negative thought you have about yourself has literally just been confirmed by this dude who stole from Robin Hood. You know what I mean? On the wrong side of 50, if 50, they say middle-aged or the wrong side of 50. So what, like you said, what's middle-aged? I feel like I'm middle-aged. Am I middle-aged? Am I learning this right now? I don't feel middle-aged.
I guess you must be.
Yes, I must be middle-aged. Okay. The other thing is, the one thing that I don't have for this record is like the cover. I just have the protective sleeve, and on the cover has the physical pictures of what these exercises look like. So I found it online. I threw the link in the show notes so you can follow along at home if you want, because they're confusing. But yeah, on the wrong side of 50. Wow. Let's get back to it.
Try the wrong side of history, sir.
Oh my God, right?
however silently, by a good many strangers wherever you go. To be perfectly blunt about it, your face is on display from early morning until you turn the light out at night.
Yeah.
As a pioneer in this fascinating field of beauty, it's been my good fortune to see literally thousands of the most amazing transformations take place in women who took the time to apply the holiday magic principles of skincare and makeup, gained such satisfaction and confidence, such command and control of themselves, that whatever self-consciousness they may have had, it automatically disappeared, and in turn,
Automatic.
they not only developed a brand new personality with self-assurance, but I think more important than almost anything, was the renewed hope and the enthusiasm with a real new interest in their daily walk of life. Now I ask you,
Sounds like a
are these
lobotomy.
personal values for which most women yearn worth thinking about? Worth taking the time each day to become more attractive? Certainly the results cannot be called skin deep. Yes, you spend 24 hours a day growing older. Why not try spending just 30 minutes a day staying young, beautiful, and more attractive?
Pause. What the fuck?
Holy
You spend
manipulation.
24 hours a day getting older. I mean, it's not wrong, but why do you have to say it like that? 24 hours a day getting older. Why not spend 30 minutes a day just trying to preserve what you have left? Okay, let's keep going because oh my God. This is like we talk about like internalized
With a
misogyny.
renewed hope and the enthusiasm, with a real new interest in their daily walk of life. Now I ask you, are these personal values for which most women yearn worth thinking about?
Yeah.
Worth taking the time each day to become more attractive? Certainly the results cannot be called skin deep. Yes, you spend 24 hours a day growing older. Why not try spending just 30 minutes a day staying young, beautiful, and more attractive? Truthfully, your face and features are not a bit different than that of our Hollywood stars. Yours are exactly the same. The big difference between these successful and totally glamorous women and you is that they take the time to apply all of the basic principles of massage and facial exercise that you're going to learn to enjoy applying to yourself.
You're going to learn to
and become
enjoy
a
it.
star in your own right. Yes, right in the privacy of your own home. Yes, just the same as the young, glamorous-looking star on the front cover of this album. Who is she? She is the same person that posed for these exercise pictures. Her name is Bonnie Cooper. She's not a model or an actress. She is one of our wonderful holiday magic girls that practices and sells what she preaches. As you can see, she is truly
One of our girls.
beauty, glamour, and personality. A star in her own right, and the wonderful world of holiday magic. Now then, before I direct you through your facial exercise routines, I want to explain the correct basic fundamental hand manipulations for cleansing your face and giving yourself a facial massage. I find that there's a great many women who have the mistaken idea that because they use cleansing cream to cleanse their face, that's all they need to do. Well, cleansing your face is not massaging. However, by understanding the basic principles of massage, you're more apt to handle your daily cleansing and creaming in a way that will help keep your skin tissues and face muscles firm, rather than break them down. At 20 as a rule, wrinkles are not present. However, they're in the formative stages and should be discouraged. At 30, the signs to watch for are the lines on your forehead and the frown lines between your eyebrows. And from 40 to 50, the muscles are feeling the full pull of gravity. If you neglect yourself, you can be sure that a drooping condition is on the way. If your earlier neglect is now showing, remember it's never too late to start working to improve your appearance. And you're never too young or too old to apply the basic principles of properly cleansing your face or giving yourself a facial massage.
Okay, let's stop there for a second. Now, I don't disagree, especially as a cosmetologist and a beauty professional, that there are ways that you can massage your face and cleanse your face that are more effective than others. But I can say that without the undertones of this like misogynistic message about being on the wrong side of 50, about at 20, you don't have to worry about it. But when 30 comes, all of a sudden you've got wrinkles on your forehead and 11s between your eyebrows, which obviously is pretty normal. They're talking about it in 1950, whatever, 1960, whatever. So it was a problem. It's not even a problem. It's a fact of life. Like your skin, your muscles, this is what happens. Your muscles, when you're going like, you're creating muscle memory there too. And now these muscles know that.
That was the business idea. That was the business idea. Taking something that everybody has that isn't a problem and convincing people that it is so that you can sell them the cure for it. And that's exactly where all of these grifts started.
Absolutely. I mean, this is, again, 1950s, 1960s. We already have this perfect, beautiful housewife in the high heels and the petticoat, making sure the pot roast is ready when hubby gets home for dinner, having your hair and your lipstick done. Like, I heard that so much.
She can't
in
be
LuLaRoe.
bothered to take 30 minutes of her day to try and look younger.
Right. What are you doing while the pot roast is in the oven? Why don't you do some facial exercises? Pop on the record, make sure you're pretty when your husband gets home. It's just, it's just so binary, first of all, and just such not a reality for a modern household. Also, who has 30 minutes a day to just sit and do facial exercises with a record? Maybe back then there was a lot more time. Nowadays, when the sun sets and the day's over, I still have like 15 things I should have gotten done that I didn't have the time to get done. Where am I going to throw in an extra 30 minutes? I'm not going to not watch Fargo to exercise my face. Like, that's not going to happen. That's my me time. Okay. This is ridiculous. Let's continue. It's just.
If you've neglected yourself, you can be sure that a drooping condition is on the way. If your earlier
drooping condition,
remember, it's never too late to start working to improve your appearance, and you're never too young or too old to apply the basic principles of properly cleansing your face or giving yourself a facial massage.
But why do I have to improve it? I think it's pretty good.
Neglect their skin until it's almost too late. Without a regular facial massage routine at least once a week, by the time you're 25, you look 30. And at 30, you look 40. Then at 40, you look 60 or more. This, however, does not mean all is lost.
60 or more?
Because as I
do I look 60 or more?
Regardless of your age,
no.
You can start today to reclaim and revitalize some of your lost facial beauty.
The stupid record's already making me question myself.
Are you going to join Holiday Magic?
Now then, if I've stimulated your interest enough to induce you into becoming a more attractive person,
what?
Then open your album and stand it up on a table in front of you. What you see before you is the very first scientifically compiled massage and facial exercise routine guide ever. First big step to your new holiday magic, beauty, glamour, and personality. With it, you'll be able to mold your features, chin and neck, help hold back some of the signs and lines of neglect or age. These routines will help make your skin look firmer, smoother, and lovelier than you ever dreamed possible.
Lovelier.
There are 4 things that I want you to keep in mind at all times, regardless as to whether you are cleansing your face or giving yourself a massage. Number one is to select a time each day when you can completely relax with no interruptions. Number 2 is to comfortably seat yourself before a mirror. Number 3 is to apply a generous amount of strawberry frappe cleansing cream.
That's a Holiday Magic product.
Right now. You'll find that this cream has not only a wonderful ability to cleanse your face and neck, but you'll also find that your fingers will glide more smoothly as we go through the routines. Number 4 is to remember that in all facial hair manipulation, the movement should always be a gentle, circular, upward motion with your fingertips. Never ever stretch or pull the skin out of place. And never ever slap or pat your face to the extent that you damage the tiny blood vessels underlying the skin. Instead, use your fingertips as though you were playing a piano. Now for your basic facial hair manipulation. The illustrations in the top row will help to guide you through them as I explain each one to you. Now, it's certainly not expected of you to do these exercises right the very first time that you try them. However, you'll
Oh,
find that
good.
by doing them each and every
No
day,
pressure.
they'll not only become second nature to you, but you'll also master the rhythm of them, and because of the results you will see, you'll look forward to doing them. Here's the first one.
I'm going to look
Are you
forward to
ready?
them. Okay, here we
And
go.
you'll
First
find
one.
your strawberry frappe cleansing cream. Then let's get
I'm
started.
using this stuff.
For the chin and throat, use the flat of your fingers, alternating your hands in a gentle pressing, lifting movement. Work them from the base of your throat up to the point of the chin and around the neck to one ear, then back around to the other ear and back to the center. You can do this movement 2 or 3 times. Keep
All
in
right.
mind that you will be alternating the use of your hands, first the right, then the left. Now with your right hand, start at the base of your throat, now up your chin and over to the left ear.
Oh,
Now
we're crossing.
all the way over to the right ear and back to the chin.
Oh.
What?
Now with your left hand, start at the base of the throat, up to your chin and over to the right ear. Now all the way over to your left ear and back to the chin. Once more. Right hand
Okay.
up the throat,
To the
over
left,
to the left ear. Now
across,
over to the right
to
ear
the right,
and back to
and
the
back
chin.
down.
Next with your left hand, up the throat, over to the right
To the
ear,
right.
back over to the left ear, and to the chin. That's
Okay.
it for the chin and throat movement.
That's it?
Now for the jaw and throat movement. This one will help
Ooh,
your jowls on a
Gina.
double chin.
Gina
First,
says
cup
this will
your
feel
hands
good
and place
with a
them
jade
under your
roller.
Chin and jawline
Absolutely.
as illustrated. Place your elbows on your table and start a soft but firm, gentle kneading motion from your chin back to your ears. Keep your knuckles down under your jawbone. 1, 2, 3,
Is this right?
4. Once more.
I feel like this
Start
is
at the
not
chin,
right.
back up under the ears. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, like this.
Back to the chin and once more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I want you to
Doesn't
shake
seem
your
right.
hands to relax your fingers, and then we'll move on to the lower cheek movement. For your lower cheek
I think it's
manipulation,
this.
place the first 3 fingers of each hand on the lowest point of your cheek and move them gently upward and outward in a series of little lifting circles to the ear. Then gently massage the squint lines around your eyes. Return your fingers to your chin and repeat the movement 2 or 3 times. Let's try this one.
Okay, let's try this together.
3 fingers of each hand on your lower cheeks.
Okay, here.
Thumbs under your chin. This will steady your hands. All right?
Oh, okay.
Start moving your fingertips upward and outward in little lifting circles to the ear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now gently massage the little squint lines at the sides of your eyes.
Okay.
Don't forget the little circular movement with your fingertips. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once more. Start the 3-finger lifting movement up the cheeks to your ears. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and over to your eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it for the lower cheeks.
I mean, it
Now
feels
for the forehead
nice.
manipulation, which embraces the next 2 photos.
It's fine. I
covering the
just don't
horizontal
need to
and
be
vertical
insulted through it.
We start
Right.
the manipulation with the vertical sequence using the fingertips of both hands. Alternate your hands to lift the forehead in a series of light upward strokes from your eyebrows to your hairline. Then with one hand, work across the entire forehead from temple to temple to help smooth out the frown lines. We'll do this one 6 times. Are you ready? All
Kinda.
right. Start lifting. Left hand up, right hand up. Move your hand over the entire surface of your forehead with these little lifting strokes. Up, up, 5, 6. Now the horizontal movement. With one hand, work across your entire forehead from temple to temple 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Is that
That will
right?
do it. This next facial manipulation is probably the most
I have no
important of the entire group.
Okay, this
Since
one's the most
tissues
important.
around your eyes are far more delicate and sensitive than any other part of your face.
Okay.
Therefore, I want to caution you with 3 rules.
I need a
Number
cigarette
1,
and a nap,
very gentle.
Gina
Number
says.
2, do not press too hard. Number 3, do not pull or squeeze the skin.
Excuse
We
me.
start this around the eye manipulation by gently pressing your middle fingers at the inner corners of your eyes.
Okay, middle
Let them
fingers.
rest there for a
Inner.
moment or
Here?
two. Now then, slide both fingers down underneath and around the eye, up to the temple, and back up to the starting point at the inside corner of your eyes.
Is this?
Do this 1, 3, or 4
I feel like
times.
this pulls.
Let's try it. Gently rest your middle fingers in the corners of your eyes.
Okay.
Hold it. Hold it. Now make the complete circle down under your eyes and up to the temple. Once more. Middle fingers in the corners of your eyes, down and around, and up to your temple. Once more.
Once more.
Fingers in the corners.
Fingers in the corners. I think we
Hold it.
figured this one out.
Now down and around. That's it for
This
the
is the
eyes.
most important one.
Now for your nose and upper cheek movement.
Nose and
Slide
upper
your middle
cheeks.
fingers up and down the center of your nose. Then start at the sides of your nose using the small circular motion. Move gently across your cheeks and up to the temple. At this point, I want you to slide your fingers back across your cheeks in one stroke up to the inside corner under your eyes. Ready? Slide your middle fingers up and down the center of your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now then, place your fingers on the sides of your nose, and with the same little circular movements that you used before, move your fingertips gently outward and upward to your temple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
How
Now
big is
back
his
across
face?
your cheek in one stroke to the side of your nose. This
I know, I had to
manipulation
do it
has a
twice.
twofold purpose with these acts. It also helps under-eye puffings. Now for the last one, and it likewise has a twofold benefit.
Okay.
It not only helps to correct laugh line crevices, but it's wonderful
Oh.
for a drooping lip line.
Oh.
We start this one by using short, quick, outward strokes at the outer corner of your mouth.
Okay.
As for your laugh line crevices, begin at the corners of your mouth using the circular motion in the outward direction. Let's do this last one. To pick up your lip line, use the short, quick strokes in an upward and outward direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the circular motion. Begin at the corners of your mouth and it's circular, upward and outward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. Remember, it's always upward and outward. And there you have
You're
it.
supposed to
a
be rubbing
simple
your
but thorough
skin, not
facial
just
routine
moving your mouth.
of correct hand manipulations that will help make your
Like you're
skin
doing
look
this.
lovelier
Go
to
ahead.
look at and lovelier to
I
touch.
was moving it, right?
I'd like to take this next few minutes, if I may, before we turn the record over to do the facial exercises, to tell you the most fascinating and interesting cosmetic story that I've ever heard.
Okay, let's go.
Truthfully, it was one of my reasons for joining Holiday Magic. The
Oh,
story of
it's not
Holiday
only the
Magic
announcer, he's
began
also a
with the
member.
little-known folklore stories of beauty aids, myths, and beliefs that were passed down from generation to generation. For centuries, women have endeavored to enhance their appearance, to enhance their appearance, to enhance their
Oh
appearance,
no.
to enhance their appearance, to enhance their appearance.
What a place to
But
scratch.
Helene Fly, the founder of the Holiday Magic cosmetic line, was a curious woman with a lively interest in this kind of folklore. As a hobby,
He didn't
she began collecting
mention
the
William
old-time
Penpatrick, though.
homemade beauty recipes from friends and relatives. Later, she went from door to door, asking women what they actually used for skincare. Her discoveries intrigued her. Her interest grew. She began evaluating the old world mysticism with the new world cosmetic knowledge. Some of the results were encouraging, of course, while others were disappointing and were discarded. But from her research grew the germ of an idea. Why not combine the best of the old with the newer ingredients using the principles based on modern cosmetic technology for a new line of cosmetics. She did. And this was the beginning of the Holiday Magic cosmetic line. A woman with a creative imagination, together with her group of learned cosmetic chemists, developed the formulas used today. Ingredients were obtained from all over the world. Some are exotic and costly. Others are as familiar as your own garden. Each ingredient is chosen for its purity and quality, then artfully blended and formulated with meticulous care. You'll find that the Holiday Magic cosmetics are excitingly different. They're not only luxurious to touch, but their soft colors and fresh fragrances make them more than a delight to use. That's Holiday Magic. Yes, the skincare products in particular are certainly most excitingly different. The Strawberry Frappe Cleanser is as light as whipped cream. It whisks away dirt, dust, and stale makeup. The Fruit Tang Skin Toner is designed as a rinse to complete your cleansing routine, leaves your skin delightfully refreshed. Then there's the Papaya Dew Moisture Cream, which is rich with moisturizers. If you want petal soft skin with youthful beauty. The Deep Miracle Cleanser loosens the film of natural secretions that form over your skin with its wonderful penetrating action. Prepares your face for the Miracle Bath, which draws out the deeply embedded dirt and dust. As the Miracle Bath dries, your skin appears to have a more exhilarating and rosier glow. The Mint Ice with honey and almonds is excellent for the entire family. Its gentle abrasive action is a thorough facial scrub that helps to brighten dull, drab complexions. Teenagers just love it. The Vitaglow Night Cream is a rich blend of emollients that helps your skin in its normal functions. The Lemon Delight Eye and Throat Oil is as exotic as the Arabian Nights. It helps to protect the very delicate areas around your eyes and throat. The Avocado Hand Cream forms an invisible glove that protects busy hands. It's so smooth and creamy, yet never greasy. The last but not least in the skincare group is the Banana Body Lotion that helps soften the dry, scaly patches of your elbows, heels, and knees. If you've never had the thrill or the pleasure of using these amazing products, by all means, ask your Holiday Magic girl about them. She will suggest a correct skincare routine that will be designed for your own particular needs. Her services will cost you nothing. The information is yours for the asking. Now turn your record over, and we'll start the facial exercises.
Whoa. Can we unpack that founding myth and how much bullshit it was?
Yeah. That was my favorite part, I think, of all of that. Also, just the general sales pitch at the end, where he's like, first you're going to need the Strawberry Frappe whipped cream foundation cream for creamy skin, and then the moisturizing cream for the moisture. Like, it's ridiculous. And then he goes off and cites, which I'm assuming because she's not mentioned in the Wikipedia article, she's not mentioned at all, just the company, Zoline Cosmetics. So he's using the brainchild of this woman who's founded Zoline Cosmetics, and they're using her origin story, and they're slapping Holiday Magic on top of it, which was not founded by this woman. Holiday Magic was founded by William Penn Patrick, the creepy dude that we already talked about. Wow. How do you feel about that?
I feel like everything that I just heard on this side of this record is things that I have had shoved down my throat by commercials and ads and consumerism and TV and movies my whole life, but never this bluntly.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like mask off. Holy crap.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's like, you're ugly. We can help. This amazing company founded by an amazing woman, not true, is going to solve all your problems. Girl power.
Now,
just reach out to one of your lovely Holiday Magic girls to order.
I'm looking at an article, and it is true that Helene Fly and Zoe Swanigan were actual scientists who did a lot of work and created a whole new kind of natural makeup, and all of that is wonderful. And it really does irk me that he's just using that origin story and not mentioning the fact that she is not involved with holiday magic, that this company was bought from her and the name changed. Oh, okay, that's not exactly what happened. Let me read this. Anyway, Zolene continued to supply holiday magic with its concoctions until 1967, when the founders became aware of holiday magic's business practices. But the company's lack of innovative makeup did not deter it from making a fortune for Patrick. In pyramid schemes, profit is not made by selling products, but rather recruiting more salespeople. The products themselves have nothing to do with how the money is made, so it doesn't matter if they're any good. And it goes into the 4 main characteristics of separate pyramids, or that separate pyramid schemes from MLMs. And wow, this is a really good article. I'm going to share this. It's on the same website that you shared something from a minute ago.
Makeupmuseum.org.
Honestly. Oh, it has information about how much it might cost to become one of these holiday magic girls. That is another thing that really annoyed me through that whole record, was that, representative or cosmetologist or, even coach, all of these bullshit titles, like, you're just going to call them girls.
Right. Yeah. It's really interesting to me, and we will go down a little bit more on this topic and go a lot more deep into it in 2024, because I think holiday magic is its own rabbit hole, even more so than what I've covered and what we've talked about. But yeah, it is really interesting how so much of the actual history is glazed over of what's actually happening in this record, and the misogyny. And just, it's very toxic. It's very like, women are here to be beautiful. And so what are you doing not listening to this record and finding 30 minutes a day to stay beautiful? Like, each second of your life, you're just getting older and uglier. So you should really find the time to slow the process down. And if you use our products and you use our record and you use all of our things, then, we promise, we guarantee it. And, their health and medical claims and things like that. I mean, these are like early health and medical claims that they're saying. It's just, it's a very interesting, it's just a very interesting thing, I think. So yeah, you shared here the way in which holiday magic's hierarchy was arranged, that the holiday, quote, girls could invest $18.91. And organizers would invest between $109 to $501, and then master distributors. So it really is like, the more you spend, the higher up you get.
This is how iGenius works like this. The more you pay, the more like you can buy your rank at the beginning, basically. Too. Yeah.
This is how Scientology works too, right? The more courses you take, the more things that you buy, the higher up the bridge you go. So it says to be a master distributor, you just had to spend $4,500 plus a $250 training fee that was never mentioned until the investor signed the contract. And general distributors, the highest rank you could be, was $8,750 plus training fees. So $9,000. But this, again, is in the 1960s. What's the equivalent?
Can I tell you how much it might cost a master distributor, not including the $250 training fee that they didn't mention, on the lower end, in today's money, would cost $40,000.
Wow.
$40,595.
I mean, that's not unheard of when you really talk to MLM victims and say, how much money did you lose? And people are like, well, I was in it for 10 years and I spent $4,000. You know what I mean? Like, that's $4,000 a year for 10 years in an MLM is $40,000.
I was only in Beachbody for 14 months and I lost $5,000. So that's about right.
Wow. Wow. It's a
How much money
very,
did you lose in, or how much money did you spend to do your business in LuLaRoe, I guess?
according to LuLaRoe's records that were shown in the Washington lawsuit on my deposition, I spent $87,000, no, 75, something like $75,000 worth of inventory. And I sold like 83,000 worth. But yeah, $75,000 worth of inventory in a year and a half.
The claims made in this ad.
Yeah, let me read it. It says it says Holiday Magic needs you. It's very like Uncle Sam, like we need you. You're needed
Oh,
here.
it's even got this the Uncle Sam thing here.
Oh my
The
God.
girl.
Yeah, she's in her little she looks like a flight attendant.
She does. She's very cute.
It's very
And
Sky
she's
Hostess from
pointing.
the 60s.
Yep. And she's got her little makeup case, her traveling case for carrying her cosmetics, I assume. And
Yep.
she's pointing at the camera just like Uncle Sam, and it says Holiday Magic needs you. Oh, of course they
Yeah.
have to have their feet at the bottom. Their little pretty
And this
shoes.
is 1967.
Okay.
And the ad says, this message could make a wonderful difference in your life. Already with the loaded language, not only does Holiday Magic need you, but this message right here, maybe one you've been praying for, maybe one you've been hoping for, could make a wonderful difference in your life. Holiday Magic has opened a new world of profit and fulfillment to many women just like you. Today, over 25,000 of them are 25,000 distributors in 1967. 25,000 people had already joined.
That's in 3 years, right?
Yeah. Holiday girls building exciting careers, adding to their personal and family incomes. You see, personal and family. Not only can you give money to your husband to help with the costs of running a household in 1967, but now you have your own personal money to spend too. Many holiday girls were once bored housewives. Okay. More loaded language. Some thought they had no ability to sell. Just about all of them had responsibilities and not enough money. Again, with the MLM bullshit in 1967.
So the target for these has never changed. Got it.
Never. Housewives who want to help with the house, who want to financially,
with a lot of responsibilities and not enough money.
Yeah, who want to financially contribute to the household, who have all kinds of things to do, but they need a little bit more money on the side. I mean, you could change, this could be any MLM. And again, this is 1967. So this is 12 years before the FTC made MLMs legal through this pyramid loophole. Okay, so we're 12 years before the legality. How did becoming holiday girls help them? Let's find out. They went to work for themselves in the glamorous field of cosmetics. They put their drive, abilities, and confidence into action, doing things they, in italics, liked to do. Holiday Magic helped by training them in the famous Ern Westmore, like we talked about, technique of makeup. We also provided them with a lavish line of moderately priced cosmetics and toiletries to sell. I'm going to assume
we provided them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that
we provide for the low price of $40,000.
Right, for the low price of more than you're going to make. But above all, right, that's the other thing, right? They're like, they don't have enough money. So if you'd like to spend $4,500, you can join. Oh, wow. Holiday Magic helped them by training them in the famous Ern Westmore technique of makeup. We also provided them with a lavish line of moderately priced cosmetics and toiletries to sell. I'm interested what moderately priced in 1967 looks like. But above all, it was their belief in themselves that turned their dreams into reality. This could literally be any MLM today. Their independent efforts brought Holiday Magic from $16,000 in retail sales in December of 1964 to over $5 million in July of 1967. Okay.
Nowhere in that paragraph does it mention how much money they made of that. The
Right.
girls.
That just talks about how much money in sales. And again, we
Look at
know
this
in
great
MLM,
business model.
is that actual sales or is that the sales to the Holiday Magic girls? Are they holding all of this inventory and that's what MLM is claiming are the sales, like all MLMs do in 1967? Or were those actual sales to actual end consumers? Considering that Holiday Magic crashed and burned in one of the biggest pyramid schemes in history, I'm going to go ahead and say that they weren't real sales. You
I'm
don't
gonna
need.
also
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I also just want to point out that their retail sales in the first month that they're reporting happened to be the exact same amount that they bought the company for. Isn't that right?
Yes, very similar. 16,000. And what was the original cost? I think it was around
16,000
16,000.
something.
So they made their money back in the first year. So everything from that point on is profit for Holiday Magic, right? You don't need a college education. That's like MLM say that now, or business experience. Of course not. You don't need business experience to run a business. That's silly. We'll just tell you what to do. Also, this isn't a business, just so you know. You do need a dream, though. You do need to dream. You need to put aside reality and just let your imagination run wild with your dreaming. We do need that. We need you to do that because that's an MLM thing too, right?
You do need a dream.
So you do need a dream and the confidence to make it come true.
Because that's all a dream needs to come true.
Right. And honestly, if you couldn't make the dream happen, then that's just because you don't have enough confidence and you should have worked harder at having better confidence. If you have the dream, then this message is for you. More loaded language. Holiday Magic needs you. Mail the coupon to open the door to opportunity. Find out how Holiday Magic can help put you in business for yourself. And then there's a little coupon and it just has the Holiday Magic's P.O. Box in San Rafael, California. And it says, tell me how Holiday Magic can help put me in the cosmetics business for myself. I understand that there is no obligation. And then your name, and it says Miss or Mrs. There's no Mr. here. So this is 100% directed at women and only women.
How could a Mr. be a holiday girl?
A holiday dude, a holiday bro, a holiday man. I don't know. A holiday boy. Is that better? All of our beautiful Holiday Magic girls and Holiday Magic boys. But it's again, it goes back to the binary and it's very much, this is for women. This is a women's job. This is for the ladies. Then it gives name, address, city, state, the whole shebang. And you cut out the little coupon and you mail it in. And apparently there's no obligation. I don't know what they're going to send you, probably a packet so that you can send in a check or you can pick out the stuff that you want to have. But this is early, before they were legal, pyramid scheme propaganda.
Yeah. So the wording on that coupon, I understand that there is no obligation. That's put in there so that the person filling out the form is saying, I understand that there is no obligation on the company's part to actually send me what they said they provided their holiday girls with, which is cosmetics, like a lavish line of moderately priced cosmetics and toiletries to sell. This is they're covering their ass because they offered cosmetics in the ad. They have to add it in there so that the person sending it in can't say later, well, you said blah, blah, blah. It's just all garbage.
It's all just MLM protective language. Everything goes back to MLMs making sure they're covering their ass, even as far back as 1967. And I think for me, the most interesting thing is how copy and paste this is. Like 60 years later. It's the same. It's the exact same thing. And it's really, really interesting that really nothing has changed. It's the same exact plug and play. We need you. Do you have a dream? Are you hungry? Are you motivated? Do you have the confidence to start your own business in this industry? This is how I get in to the cosmetics industry. This is how I become a beauty influencer in my neighborhood in 1967. It's the exact same messaging, the exact same branding, the exact same bullshit, the same misogynistic, women forward, preying on desperate women who want more in their life because they're stuck at home. They don't have the rights that they do now. They can't have a credit card. They can't do any of these things. A lot of women couldn't even get divorces back then. And so this is like your shining light. We can help you get your own money. We can help you get your freedom, your financial freedom for yourself. You want to go get your hair done? You want to go out, have lunch with your friends? You now have your own money, and Holiday Magic can provide that to you. And again, like I said, it was just down in flames as a giant pyramid scheme, the same way that like Vima went down in flames as a pyramid scheme, and Herbalife was accused of being a pyramid scheme, and LuLaRoe was accused of being a pyramid scheme, and all of these other companies that are modern, that are happening today. This is the exact same thing. And it is so interesting to see that nothing has changed except the doublespeak language, and the manipulation is a lot stronger now. This right here, though, in like for boomers and greatest generation people, because that's the generation that's being targeted here, are the greatest generation in the boomers. This is so exactly the same as what Gen X, millennials, and Gen Z are getting right now with the other MLMs that are legal. I hate to say that word, but the MLMs that are around right now.
And it's one thing to say, we know that Holiday Magic was later taken down because it was exposed to be a huge pyramid scheme. But the fact that like the proof of that is literally in this little clip, this little ad, because I just pulled out a calculator and did the math on what they say here. And if they have 25,000 holiday girls, and over those 3 years, they've brought up sales, they've made $5 million in retail sales. That comes out to about $50 per holiday girl, which is basically the sign-up cost.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
So there's that.
That's the reverse engineering that I love when they put these numbers, because these numbers look impressive, right? We have 25,000 people who are interested, and they have sold $5 million this year. And then you reverse engineer it
per girl, which means they didn't make any commission.
And it costs them $50 to join or whatever, and they've made $50. So all of these people are making nothing. They're breaking even if they're lucky, because you know that not everybody's making 50, right? There are going to be some real big Holiday Magic girls that are going to be the big recruiters. They're going to bring a lot of people in. Those are the ones, the hun bots, the mega huns that are going to be bringing in all of these people. They're the ones that are going to be making all the money.
Master
the majority of people are most likely making negative $50 or more, because they're not bringing in anything, because they're the last ones in on their team, or they, didn't have the confidence, or they're not the salesperson, or they didn't try hard enough and they're failing. So the fact that the math here shows that on average, each Holiday Magic distributor in 1967 was only making $50 each, minus the cost of joining, $0, is eye-opening, not surprising, goes right in. Again, when that, like, people will say, like, like with the exponentialness of a pyramid, well, they're like, well, there's a 1% chance that I'm going to succeed. That 1% gets smaller the more people join. And it's the same sort of thing here, where it's like people are joining and these numbers look really impressive, but there's still a lot of people making nothing, because they're seeing their, Carol is making so much money, and we went to Carol's house and she's got the briefcase and and she's making all this money, but you're not making anything. And it is the exact same thing that we see today. FTC, hello. Can we look at this? Can we say hi? Like, come on, right? It's this. It's just a bigger, like it's like I don't really like know how to say what I like. I don't have the language to say what I'm trying to say, but like it's just that pyramid. It's just getting bigger, and the bigger the pyramid gets, the more victims that we have, the more people that are zeroing out, that are negative, that are spending more to get back in, and that money's trickling to the top of the pyramid. And it's very interesting. So we're going to sign off in our very special way that we always do, and we will see you again soon. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, they took my freaking kidney.